Fit like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2 on the UK map. Now we're down here at Newcastle where we added some interesting East Coast liveries. There's one right now. James Bond 007, the Skyfall livery with just a random grey East Coast Railways train on the back. But yeah, the liveries are really cool. I really like them. We're not going to do... Well, we'll maybe change those trains up again later as we get into like 2020. But what we're going to do today is mess about with that oil rig mod. So it's up here. Oh man, it's so laggy here. Is it laggy? The game is paused. But our oil rig is out here and we're going to get some North Sea oil. So that's going to be kind of cool. Now, obviously we're going to have to send it by train. Probably from down here. We'll have to truck it round and get it delivered. And then send a train out. I am actually going to build, if it'll fit. I'm kind of hoping it will. It should, hopefully, somewhere. We're going to get an oil refinery. Yeah, we'll get one right on the coast. Right here. Perfect. So this would be roughly where like Fraserburgh and Peterhead normally sit, which are more fishing towns, although Peterhead does have a larger harbour that does offshore supply and standby vessels. It does their cargo loading. There's a cargo loading facility there. But yeah, let's upgrade this, right? Then we'll get a pier in here, and then it's just a short hop for the boat to get this. Now I've placed this one kind of close. This is a sort of test, so we'll see how it fares. Now the options for production are something like 2,000 barrels of oil a year, which is not really a lot. An oil rig perspective. So we'll see how it gets on. We might add a couple, right? Get the dock. Yes, please. Right, so the harbour. I want large. Give it 2 terminals. Yes, please. Spin you round. And yeah, we've got the never ending yeah, we can't raise or lower this because it needs to be at sea level. The only thing I can do is level the terrain, but I think we might be able to level it via road. We can. I just need to push this out a touch. Alright, and then you... Too much slope. Wow, really? Smooth that out. Right, if we smooth this down... Right, we are losing vast amounts of coastline there. Still too much slope, really? Okay, but it's not going to give me too much slope from this side. It is going to give me, well, it will sort of go up there. That's fine, as long as this is in range of that. Perfect. Okay, so this will take the crude, turn it into oil, 2 barrels of crude. Makes 2 oil, that's fine. I'm gonna get a shipyard up here. Collision, yeah, collision with what? Whoa, it's like trying to snap to this road, which I don't really want it to do. Yeah, you go there. Okay, now we don't have any oil tanker mods or anything, which kind of sucks. It's these tugboats or river boats. If only you took oil. Yeah, but what is the best? I think it's the Merlin, right? No. Is it the Viola? But the Viola is so old, from 1950. Yeah, they really... And then it's just these things, that these things are super slow. How slow? Yeah, we don't really want to be sending towboats onto the sea, right? I mean, it will. 90 miles per hour is not that fast. 376 in 2 compartments. Let's just go with it. This is faster, but takes no, it's not. 90 miles per hour. It's the same speed. So we really need some oil tankers. Like proper seafaring oil tankers. There was one that was a mod. It was like a Russian one, and it had like a flat riverbed ship like this, but it had like silos on it, oil tanks on it. I thought I had that installed. Maybe I did, but it's like sort of run out. Possibly. Right, let's set up the line. So you go there, Aberdeen sidings, and then you head out to oil rig. Storage there, Aberdeen port. Yes, that is Aberdeen port out in the middle of the blue beyond. Right, change you to that colour. Change you to North Sea oil rig. There we go. Right, let's see if this works. Set you on North Sea oil rig. Yes, please. Push play. It should pop out. Wait, is it popping out that side? No, but this does have moving parts in it. Ah, okay. This is too long for the... I get it. Can you actually see through here? Whoa. Yeah, you can see through the windows. I mean, it fits width-wise, but not length-wise. Right, so... It doesn't like that. It's become super laggy. Right, so this is going to come out. We need trucks. So we'll set up a truck depot or truck stop. Buy era, yes please. Yes, just have you go in there, right? We'll configure it to have the oil offloading or the liquids unloading, which is at the back here. This one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get like 6 of them. Possibly one more cargo stop, and then we'll second street it. I was kind of hoping that would fit on. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that would fit on there. Okay, we can have them just come in, fuel up, and then roll back out that direction. Streets. Let's pop you into there, into there. Yeah, it's going to have to go into there. Right, so we're going to need another line. So this is Aberdeen Central, which it's not, because this should be like Aberdeen North or something. But we'll have this come round. Excuse me, and unload it in here, right? So unload it there, and then we'll get trains to take it down to a fuel refinery. Now, I have not set production for this oil rig, which I need to do. Where is it? Oh, it's there. Yeah, 675. Configure. Let's give you 2,000 barrels of production per year, right? It's an oil rig. It's owned by an oil company. Oil companies are super greedy. Max production is always preferred. Max production equals max profits. Unless it's 2020 or 2021 when the oil price is really down and you don't really need to do, or you don't want to be doing any production at all because it's not worth the money. The cost of running the things outweigh what they actually make in oil because the oil price is so low. Perfect. Just as the world intended. Thank you, coronavirus. Right, let's Right, this is super laggy over here. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Now, I'm gonna place it over here. The only problem is, right, where is 4th rail bridge? Right, so there's a freight line going under there. It's possibly going to have to pop out this side of the airport. Alright, I am going to smooth this weird mountain thing that's going on here. Smooth all that. Yep, perfect. Get me another industry. Now, no fuel industry, it's right there. Alright, we'll leave this at least the ability to connect to the motorway, because trucks are going to have to take it down there. Right, and then we want a train station. Now, I may use this as the drop-off point for goods in Glasgow. Maybe. Make it 320, make it quite long. In fact, we'll remove that, and what I want to do is streets, upgrade this, get me some of that. I want to go right along this. Oh, well, actually, no, you need to come out just a little bit more. There might be fine. Now you're too far away. Ugh. Stupid. Right. Remove that. Remove that. Right. Take it from the middle. And I think about here should be nice. It is. Have that go out there. That's nice. Okay. If we take it from there, it should work great. It does. Perfect. Now, the train station. Let's get that in. Spin you round. Pop you into there. Excellent. Okay. Now that we've built that, we'll get a train line to come down. We'll have it take the main freight line, but probably branch it off underneath this tunnel, which should be interesting. Yeah, so I want to take it off from there. Collision, blah blah blah, collision. What are you colliding with? You should be colliding with pretty much nothing. Take it round the side of there, and then I want this. Wait. Construction is not possible. Wait, hold on. Right there. Right there. Yes. Oh, what happened there? What actually did happen there? I thought I was pulling a second line from here into... What? 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 Oh no, it's done this. Okay, right, remove that. We'll remove this as well. I do believe there's, yep, remove that. And I think we're good. I think we're back to square one. I'm gonna pause this. I don't think the game quite appreciates me doing madness like this. Right, why is that? Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Right. This worked fine. It was tunneled under everything, right? Why are you now not tunneled under everything? Okay, stop going up. Yeah, go flat. Go flat to about there. Then maybe if you want, you can join up to that. Perfect. Now, I want the same thing, but to go parallel to this track and not merge back into it. Whoa! Right, we lost the snap there. The snap is gone. Right, this is catenaried as well. It needs to be uncatenaried. Give me that. Yep. Get rid of this and that. Perfect. Now, we're not going to be making Edinburgh Airport any bigger. This is fine. And then I want the tracks, right? to head along past the airport. That'll give us a nice view. Refinery, no. No, negative on the refineries there. Alright, have you go flat. Have you go alongside the airport. Alright, and then I think it's probably better if I do it from this side. Yeah, and then go around that way. Go around the hillside. And then we'll pop this. Can I pop this? Pop. Yeah, pop that into there. Perfect. Well, let's give us a huge gouge out of the landscape here. We'll smooth that out, definitely, so it's not as egregious as it currently is. We'll do that now. So give me a large brush size, large brush strength. Yeah, I can now get rid of this weird, almost get rid of this weird pointy section that we've got because of the airport. Almost, not quite. Now there is also, I noticed, an airport that goes off the map, which is great for adding. You could add bigger planes, A380s, 747s, ones that go to America, Asia, Russia, and make an international airport actually look like an international airport. It's still in like beta testing. The guy has said that it may or may not work with everyone, so I'm tempted to test that out, but I don't think I'll test it out in this playthrough. When I come to do the next season, I think I will, because I think that would be cool, and it might fit in with what we've actually, what I've actually got in mind. Oh wow, you do not have maintenance there, Eurowings. Which is German. Anywho. Right. So, yeah, you can tell by the amount of rust and stuff on that aircraft that it does not have maintenance. Oops, my bad. I thought I set all the aircraft to have high maintenance. Right, so these guys can peel off, they can come round the main line, and there's plenty of signals on here, right? Now, my oil platform was saying that it was producing like 375 odd. Holy crap, it's full. 442. Okay, so I need another one of these things. Duplicate that, right? Manage vehicle, duplicated, yes. Go for it. Okay, so we're gonna need trucks galore to get this stuff moved across. Now it's not gonna do anything because there's no train, right? So we need to get a train. We cannot launch it from that depot, it won't work. But I can launch it from a depot at the other side, where it will work. Where am I? Harvey Moore. No, keep heading down there. Glasgow, nearly. Now I might get a train that goes back and unloads fuel for Edinburgh. Over at this, there is a second Edinburgh freight station, so I could probably use that. Right, I've got the diamond in there. The only problem is all current tracks up in Aberdeen are presently being used, I think. Right, so you're giving me a tunnel. Tunnel is fine as long as you pop out. You do. Roughly about there. Roughly there. I mean, where else could I get a freight station for Glasgow? Glasgow, there's too many mountains and whatnot. I suppose I could have added one like over here, flattened all this out. Because a train can join this line and then go down to that. Maybe. We'll see. But Glasgow is going to need a lot of fuel, it looks like. And it needs food. I am making food that I could send down to it. But we'll get this up and running first and foremost. This is the priority. Getting the oil done. Right, so you go on that side, right? We shall create a line for this. So line 1. Line 1 is Aberdeen Central, Lower Aberdeen. So this would really be RDT, road transfer, oil, abs. Okay, and I need to recolor that as green, so I will have to remember to do so. But you are going to go there, and then you're going to head up to the northeast. Okay. Now, as you can see, all this stuff is being used. And I've got a diamond in there, so I can't connect that up. Okay, remove this for the moment. Some stuff is just delivering though. This grain is just being delivered. So oil can go on this platform. Okay, that's fine. Make sure you go into that platform. It is. It is. Nice. Now this can bring oil down and bring fuel back, because pretty much every city on the map requires fuel. So we'll rename this as RLF, Rail Freight Oil / Fuel arms to glass. Right. That is 2 names, or 2 lines. I currently need to recolor. So this one is green. Nice. This one should be, hello, orange. Yes. Nice. And then I can get the train on. And then once the train is activated, the oil, or the oil refinery will realize that it needs to send stuff down to this fuel refinery, and then we'll have to ship it to other places. So we need to buy a train. Obviously a diesel, because there ain't no electrified rail. Now I'm thinking the 4th Raider. There we go. The 4th Raider, and then give it like a standard freight liner as well. And then we want cargo. Right, we obviously want to use these. We'll get a couple of BP. Capacity of 140, possibly going to need a lot more. 220, I think we're going to need more. We'll maybe give it a couple of unbrandeds as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Capacity of 300. It's 324 meters long, which is fine, because I think both our platforms are 360. But we'll buy it. If it's too large, we can always trim it down. RLF. Fuel, oil, Dover. No, we are oil. Oil, fuel, abs, Glasgow. Right, hold on. Get me freight stations. 320. Oh, crap. So it's going to be 4 meters too big. Does that look like 4 meters? This one's fine because the diamond is actually further away, so it may still be able to turn on its other track. I could extend the platform. I went to... You're 324, right? 4 meters too long. Are you 4 meters too long? I'm gonna leave it, right, and hope for the best. In fact, we'll let it roll out and see what it has to say for itself. There we go. So we've got our fourth raider there. We've got a standard Freightliner at the back. We've got some BP liveried wagons, British Petroleum. So that's nice. BP had one of the first oil rigs in the North Sea. It was the 40s Alpha, which is still alive today. Although when you're on it, it's just one of those rigs that constantly feels like any time it could just collapse into the sea. It's super old. It's rusty as hell. But the inside, the accommodation side, has been done up. So it's all like new age inside. All the rooms are nice and stuff. Unless you're in what's called the South Truss. So the South Truss was an accommodation section that they built onto the side of the rig that isn't actually part of the main rig. And in there it's old school. The rooms are really small, so there's like one person in the room, and it's like communal. There's no toilet in your room or shower, so there's communal showers and toilets. Yeah, it's not great. And because it's not part of the main rig, when you want to go, if you want to go for a cigarette or food or to go and watch TV, you have to go outside, put on all your gear, your hard hat, boots, gloves, glasses, and then you have to walk to the main locker room, take everything off, and then you can go into the main rig. It sucks. But BP actually sold the rigs. They actually made a few. There's 5 now. There's the Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and the Echo. And yeah, BP thought that there was no more oil left in that sector, so they went to sell everything, and then another company bought it over, and then now it's owned by Apache, and they dug deeper down into the reservoir and found hundreds and hundreds and thousands of barrels of oil just underneath where BP thought it was empty. So they got like oil rigs for like dirt cheap that have tons of oil literally underneath them. I think they said I was in a meeting once, and I'm pretty sure they said this was a couple of years ago, and they were going to be still running them for 16 odd more years or something. And that was about 2 years ago or something. So there's still a lot of life left in them. But the constant maintenance they need because they're so old is currently crippling them at the moment. So we need to get trucks from here. Where's my depot? There's my depot. Now there's a lot of oil being flooded into this one. I like this Jiufang, right? I do like it. It's not entirely appropriate for what we are using. Let's get a BP truck. Let's get a Shell truck. Let's get a Total truck, because all of these all still operate in the North Sea. Trevco, Wormser, these are chemicals, I think. But then we've got branded ones. Yeah. So get me a Shell one. Buy another Shell truck. Are you Shell as well, or are you BP? No, you are whatever that is. That's odd. Okay, buy that. And we could have tank N as well, which is unbranded. And I think there's an unbranded tank N here. Yep. So we'll take that, right? There is also a tanker here. Now, you're probably thinking, why are you flooding this line with tankers? Because I'm anticipating that it's going to be... That is going to be a lot. We'll get an F2000 tanker as well. Why the hell not? There's no... there is. There's BP. Man, F200s. Roll them out. Is that them all? Yes. Is there any in here? No. Right, so 12 trucks are going on this ABS oil transfer. Because the oil rig is outputting so much crude that they're going to fill up fast. Mail, no, what am I looking for? Oil ABS. Right, so all of them are now on the line, all different brands. You are currently, let's see, 376. Now this could well be the first shipment, so it could be good. Now I'm actually thinking that I probably need a second one of these, because I think that is going to fill up super fast. There we go, there's my oil trucks though. There we go, so you've got the appropriate DG labels. 5 years modding experience. Nah, no. I like this. I like the fact that it's a Volvo and that he's added his own name and sort of brand to it, which is pretty cool. I don't mind things like that because I think it adds a little bit more variety to the game. We've obviously got our BP and Shell trucks. We've got a Total truck. We've got unbranded stuff rolling in as well. So that's good. It's as it should be. Someone that's worked in an oil refinery, even if or a fuel refinery, it doesn't matter who it's owned by. Many different companies will come in, and a lot of third-party companies will come in and take that oil. Even now, supermarkets, Asda, Tesco's, Morrison's, they all have their own petrol stations now, and they will all basically come in and get it. But normally, the fuel they get is not as well refined as, say, the bigger companies. That's why supermarket fuel is so cheap. And anyone that tells you that supermarket fuel does not damage like the fuel filters and fuel pumps in your car are just speaking complete nonsense. As a chemical engineer, a petrochemical engineer, I can tell you that it does. It will do damage over time. It is nowhere near as clean as fuel refined by like Shell or BP, Total, Esso. It just isn't. That's why you get it for so cheap, because it takes them less time and they don't have to spend so much money to refine it, i.e. it's not so good, therefore they can sell it for cheaper. That's how it works, unless you live in Japan and their fuel is even better than ours. So they use what BP and Shell have, like V-Power and Optimax and BP Ultimate and Esso Super whatever, yeah, the higher RON fuels. That's like Japan's standard fuel. And if you go to America, it's really bad. It's dirt cheap for, well, what they call gasoline in America, but it's really, if you were to put it in like a UK car or a car from Europe, it would suffer greatly. So our trucks have arrived and oil has arrived. Perfect. This thing is now what, 343, right? You need to vamoose there. This thing has arrived, but it's got 0. Oh no, it's not. It is loading up. Holy crap. What is on this platform? Yeah, I think this is reaching its peak of like 400 or whatever it is, and then it's sort of dying out. It's starting to lose stuff. Are two of these enough? Wow, that is going quickly. That's good. That's how an oil rig works. Unless it's shut down for some sort of well intervention. And then it's not doing anything. And then you just have people constantly on your case. Hurry up. You need to get this done. We're losing money every single day. And it's like, oh, bro. It takes as long as it takes. Which is one of my favourite North Sea or worldwide oil and gas statements. It takes as long as it takes. And then there's always that one person that's like, but if you do this, it will go faster. And it's like, no. Right. So this is coming in to pick up 300, and each of those tugboat tankers is taking in 376. But there's not going to be any here at the moment for these guys, which is fine. Okay, I maybe want another one of these and I'll rebrand it with Shell and Esso. Okay, but first of all, what we should do, since we've got stuff rolling up here in Aberdeen, right? And that is apparently connected to that. So it would seem. I will get fuel delivery, right? Buildings to Aberdeen first. We're going to do Aberdeen first. Right, if I connect that there, apparently it's all good. It's happy to be there. I'm happy if it's happy. We shall connect you like that. Perfect. We shall configure this cargo. These things. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll give it a standard platform there, and then we'll get Second Street access, and it should. Okay, so Second Street access should take it to here. Boom. Awesome. Right. And then I need a couple of trucks. This looks really small. Why are you so small? Where are you going? You're going to Wick. That's another fourth raider. Right, you don't need to pick up as much grain, so that's totally fine. Wait, why are you taking grain up to Wick? You should be unloading the grain here so that the bread factory, which is there, can send stuff along. Okay. That's fine, you do you. Continue on. Right, now, this one here might be an issue, right? We need to get the ass of this train past here, which we did. Awesome. The ass is clear. Right, you've got like ridiculous amount of bread, but you hold like 20 or so. Right, 25 even. $25 exactly. Nailed it. Right, but then we want to get oil. Oh, no, not oil. Fuel. Fuel deliveries for Aberdeen. Okay, so give me this thing. Hello, thing. Right, so this is all con mats. That's fine. Fuel seems to be scattered like up over here and through here, but I think for ease I'm just going to place it like right there. Right, and that is going to cover at least something. It will give it some demand. So you want to use the shiny new oil terminal here, and then you want to go to that there. Right, Stanley Road. Whatever. Okay. Stanley Road is RDD. Fuel. Abs. Excellent. Now we can get another one of our trucks. I'm tempted to use this thing. In fact, we'll go complete randomness and we'll use a J-Fang truck. Right, so abs fuel. Where art thou? See, this has got a capacity of 38, which is a lot, so that's nice. Abs, RDD, fuel, abs. There you go. I actually want to see this thing. How different does it actually look? It probably could be passed off as, apart from the dragon symbol on the front, yeah, it's not that far off from a European truck. Now, if it was an American truck, like a big rig, the one with the, like, because these are like cab overs, because the cab is over the engine. But if it was like an American style one, yeah, it would look kind of stupid. Although I have seen more and more of that style truck. I think like Scania and Volvo both do versions of the, I can't remember what it's called. I know that like this is a cab over, but what's the other one called? Can't remember. Yeah, you do get some of them floating around the UK and Europe. They look like really out of place. I mean, I don't know, what is more efficient, or why? Why are these built like that, and why have the Americans done it differently? Although Americans did have cab overs as well. The old school sort of trucks, they're pretty cool. But yeah, you're going to pick up non-existent fuel that doesn't exist yet, so that is fine. Now, is this working? There's oil there. Sweet. Right, how much of the oils have you produced? Right, there's still, I think the second tugboat has possibly made a delivery. These are all at least getting something. This one almost got 30. So this is ramping up production quite nicely. Oh yeah, right. Second one is here with 376. Yeah, so one oil rig can do many oil refineries, I would say. So that makes sense. Man, I wish I had that. I wish I had this. Had this mod back in like the 1850s. 1850s, 1950s. Imagine an oil rig, an offshore oil rig from the 1850s. That would be interesting. But yeah, this is actually working now. We need to set up the route in Glasgow and Edinburgh, but I shall perhaps leave it there because I need to decide where exactly I need. I kind of need it to go. That's what I need to sort of figure out. So we'll do a shorter episode today. It was just showcasing this. It works. It works very well. I'm super impressed. Well done to Dutty. It's like Dutty Dub Hands or something. Who made this? It's great. It works. Perfect. Spot on. More like this, people. Stuff like this is awesome. I did see someone left a comment saying it would be cool if the helipad worked. That would be really complicated, I think, to implement that. Plus, you'd have to go and make helicopter mods. You would have to go and then rework airports, I think, to take helicopters. I mean, Aberdeen has the largest heliport in Europe. There are like 4 different companies there. There are so many helicopters leaving every day. Unless the Scottish weather, i.e. fog, really bad weather, or thunder and lightning gets the better of them, and then there's nothing. And then you sit in the heliport for days, and then it's like, ooh, could you come to the desk, please? Yes. Your flight has been cancelled. Oh, okay. I've been here since 6 o'clock in the morning, and here we are at 5 o'clock at night, just being told. And then they normally, your flight gets cancelled really early. Like, they know, it's like this flight is not going to go. And they normally know roughly about dinner time, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. But they keep you in the heliport till 5 o'clock the next day, because they take a schedule of priority flights that have been missed, and then they work out which time your flight is going to leave the next day. So you have to stay till the end so that all the flights from that day are finished, so that they can figure out what time your flight is going to be the next day. Now, they could just phone you, text you, email you with the details, but no, that's not how it works. You have to stay until you get your time for the next day. So you might arrive at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they might know that day that flight is never going to leave, but you will have to stay there from 6 to 6 to find out when your flight is going to leave. Which is super annoying, unless you're really lucky and yours is the only flight that has been cancelled, and then they will tell you straight away, because they don't have to figure out what other flights have been cancelled. It's just yours. So you check in, they go, we don't think your flight's going, come back in half an hour. Okay, right, you can go home and come back at the same time tomorrow, and this flight will leave. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It would be cool to have helicopters. It's something I've not ever seen in Transport Fever. The only time I've seen a helicopter, it was the hospital or fire station mod that had a little heliport with an asset on it that was a helicopter where its rotors span, or it flew up in the sky, I think. It didn't actually go around the map or anything, but it was really cool. It'd be cool to have helicopters. But there we go. For now, we've got this. This is awesome. I'm happy with this. It's a shame we don't have oil tankers, but this will have to suffice for the moment. But yeah, we'll leave it there for that episode. As always, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, comment or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there is more you'd like to see in the future, then hit the subscribe button. But I've been Danny Boy, this has been Transport Fever 2 on the UK map, and I will catch you later.